Best view of me is a little vertically challenged, but as long as you can hear me, that's all that matters. My name is Marissa Deloria, and welcome to the Values Vigil. First off, I'd like to thank all of you for taking time out of your busy schedules to be here tonight. Right off the bat, and before I forget, I'd also like to thank everyone who has helped me along this journey and made the Values Vigil come to life, specifically the Office of Fraternity and Sorority Life. Thank you to my friends and my family who have listened to me practice, cry, sometimes complain, and rejoice about various things throughout this hectic process. And thank you to all the members of other Greek organizations who helped me collect research, supporting me through this whole course, and are here today in the audience and volunteering. In February 2017, I lost a close friend of mine due to hazing. I would like to warn you in advance that moments of tonight might be triggered for you and for me, so please do your best to bear with me. From that point on, I went through many stages of the grieving process until I realized I couldn't be a part of the community that killed my friend and not do anything about it. The basis of my thesis lies within communication theorist Dr. Walter Fisher's theory of the narrative paradigm. The narrative paradigm states that an audience is most persuaded through storytelling rather than argument. That is what we are here to do tonight. First, I would like to invite Dr. Komodo, Assistant Vice President for Student Development, to the podium to speak about the greater Westchester University community.
What happened to Tim in that night in that fraternity house is a tragedy. And that is something that hopefully, it's like when you hear what people are saying tonight, that you listen to, that you take to heart, and realize that whatever the circumstances you find yourself in, every decision that you make matters, and it doesn't just matter now, it matters for the rest of your life.
I want to thank Dr. Komodo for speaking here tonight in support of such a great cause, important cause. In the last 6 years, our community's grown from 800 members to 1,800 members. Which I believe wouldn't happen if you all weren't providing a meaningful experience. Part of the mission of the Office of Fraternity and Sorority Life is to assist our organizations to align the values in which they were founded, to help define what that meaningful experience is. Because when done right, that's key, fraternities and sororities can be a powerful mechanism for students to explore their identities, create meaningful relationships, serve the community, and support each other in their personal and professional goals. In recognition of your time and energy and enthusiasm in creating what we hope becomes a new tradition, the Panhellenic Council is making a $500 donation in your honor to the Timothy J. Piazza Memorial Foundation. We cannot thank you enough for all that you've done in inspiring this room and countless others in the community like that.
Thank you so much, Kara. I would now like to take this time to tell the stories and to honor those who have lost their lives too soon due to hazing.
Was a drum major at Florida A&M University. He died in 2011 after undergoing a marching band ritual called Crossing by the Sea.
Kelly Nestor, a childhood education major and member of Sigma Kappa Omega at Plymouth State University, died in 2003 after she and 10 other pledges were blindfolded and packed into an SUV.
David Bogender attended Northern Illinois University, where he was pledged to be a brother of Pi Kappa Alpha.
Tucker Hicks, Sigma Phi Epsilon pledge at Clemson University, was participating in a mandatory group run with his fraternity at 5:30 a.m. when he fell from a bridge into shallow waters of Lake Hartwell.
Chad Meredith attended the University of Miami, where he was a pledge of Kappa Sigma. After a night of drinking, Chad was instructed to swim across Lake Osceola. Due to extreme intoxication, he struggled to make it across and drowned 34 feet from shore. I light this candle tonight in honor of Chad Meredith.
Adrian Dietman was in the process of being initiated into the Pi Kappa Phi at California State University in October of 2000. During the initiation event, he was forced to consume a beer and brandy along with other alcoholic beverages.
Tyler Hilliard, September 18, 2018, was pledging Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity at University of Riverside, California. Hilliard died after going on a hike at 9 p.m. as part of a pledge event.
Max Gruber was only 18 when his life was cut short. At Louisiana State University, where he was rushing Phi Delta Theta, Gruber was taken to the hospital after a drinking game using ritual known as Bible study.
Andrew Coffey. Andrew Coffey was a student at Florida State University, rushing Pi Kappa Phi. After consuming an entire bottle of Wild Turkey 101 proof bourbon on Big Brother night, Coffey died alone in a room full of people at a party.
Tim Piazza, Penn State University, Beta Theta Pi fraternity, February 2017. 19-year-old Piazza was found unresponsive after a night of drinking, initiation rituals, and 2 falls down an entire flight of basement stairs. He suffered a collapsed lung, ruptured spleen, and a non-recoverable brain injury after the fall. Help was not summoned for nearly 12 hours. Tim isn't just a part of my research, or somebody I see on TV, or read articles about. Tim was, and still is, my friend. I met Tim in kindergarten, but that's not really where our friendship started. It wasn't until junior year of high school where Tim became an integral part of my life. We were both selected to be in a program called Teen PET. Teen PET stands for Teen Prevention Education Program. But it ran so much deeper than that. We became a family. We used to say before putting on a workshop that Ohana means family, and family doesn't get left behind. That is why we are here tonight, recommitting to our values in Tim's honor, to make sure his story and his legacy do not get left behind, and what happened to him does not happen to anyone else. Fast forward to the night of February 3rd, bid acceptance night at Beta Theta Pi. The next morning, I woke up with tons of "call me," "something happened," "please answer" messages. Needless to say, we all know the news I found out that morning. 2 weeks later, I found myself driving home for the funeral of the first person to die from my 800-person high school graduating class. That person, 1 out of 800, was my very own friend. I remember meeting up with friends beforehand to prepare for what we were about to experience. Then again, how do you prepare for the funeral of a 19-year-old? A 19-year-old who shouldn't have died, who could have had the opportunity to live a long and productive life. On the ride over, heavy silence filled the car until someone nervously asked, "Do you think it will be an open casket?" None of us responded. After hearing the events that happened, it was fair we all thought the casket would be closed. We gripped each other's hands as we proceeded as a united front into the church to find out not only had our worst nightmares come true when we found out that Tim had died at the hands of others, but also that the casket was open. When I was 3 inches away, kneeling next to his lifeless body, he was unrecognizable. He looked nothing like himself, nothing like the boy I knew, nothing like Tim. I later found out that his parents had decided to have an open casket. If any member of that fraternity came to the services, they would have seen what they had did to their boy. Let me tell you, not one Beta Theta Pi member stepped foot in that church on that day. So instead of them being faced with the physical consequences of what they had done, it was us, his high school friends, his family, who didn't take an oath, who didn't pay membership, who didn't wear letters, who weren't expected to live up to a higher set of values of a brotherhood, who were left having to live with seeing him like that in that state. You might not know me personally, and our organizations might rarely interact, but we are a part of the same community, and I would never want any one of you to feel the pain, loss, and grief that I did. After conducting countless hours of research, I came to the conclusion that hazing boils down to this: a lack of care and respect for those around you, especially those who are supposed to be considered your brothers and sisters. That is why we are here tonight. So all of us, as members of the Greek community, can come together to recommit to the values our organizations were founded upon. Because if the brothers of Beta Theta Pi truly were principled men leading principled lives, Tim would still be here today. As a member of Delta Phi Epsilon, I do my best to embody our values of justice, sisterhood, and love on a daily basis. I believe if everyone else in this room and beyond took a second to live out their values in their everyday lives, hazing will begin to diminish until it is no longer found on college campuses anymore.